Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmaswarupine Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmaswarupine Avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namah. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us bow down to Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all religions, the Supreme God Incarnate. Let us pray to Him to lead us from the unreal to the real, to lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, to lead us from death to immortality. Today's topic, the advent of Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi, whose birthday we will be celebrating on 31st of December. Her personality is very unique, simple but extraordinary. There is a special mission in her advent. Coming to this plane of existence, she has awakened the great woman power. It is very interesting to study her life and teachings. What exactly the woman mean? Woman should be the personification of love and kindness, and this has been fully expressed in the life of Holy Mother. She was the power of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna and Sri Sharda Devi are inseparable, as fire and its power to burn are inseparable. So, there is complete harmony between Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother. How they came to fulfill the mission, how they cast the mold so that people can practice spirituality with great enthusiasm. So we find there was a fusion of the human and the divine in the personality of Sri Sharda Devi. She combined spirituality with her worldly duties in a wonderful yet natural manner. Here was a person who acted as a housewife, attending to trivial everyday domestic matters, and at the same time rose above all this to a state of supreme love and compassion for every being. Infinite indeed was Holy Mother's love, which transcended all limitations of caste or color, of merit or demerit, in fact of all conditions of life. If you want to really know the meaning of Mother, the ideal of Mother, please study in depth the life of Sri Sharda Devi. We have read in the scriptures that God is the Father and Mother of the universe. How literally it was translated into action, we can find in the life of Holy Mother. Anybody in this creation was lovable, and her love would go to every individual being of this universe. Sri Sharda Devi passed as an ordinary woman, but everything about her was extraordinary. There was greatness even in the simple unostentatious ways of her life. The suffering she endured at Kamarpukur after the passing away of Sri Ramakrishna was extremely severe, but no circumstances were difficult for her. She completely bare the situation. Under no circumstances did she seek aid from any quarter. When she came to Jarambati, she was the head of a large family comprising men and women of diverse natures. Some of them very much jealous and quarrelsome. She kept them all together without ever losing her balance of mind, and bore the exceedingly heavy burden of her worldly duties, carrying them out with meticulous care and yet maintaining a spirit of detachment. We read in the Bhagavad Gita to practice detachment. Here is the life of Holy Mother, who lived the life of detachment. Even though she was surrounded by people of various temperaments, still she remained her true nature. She was always helpful and trying to awaken spiritual power in everyone. Holy Mother combined worldly virtues with intense spirituality. Sri Sharda Devi came to this world to awaken Shakti. Sri Ramakrishna looked upon all beings as mother, and it was left to Sharda Devi to demonstrate that motherhood to the world. Grace and love incarnate, she was indeed mother to all. No one need despair in this world, even though situations may provoke for people to become desperate. Mother says, never despair. I am here. I assure you, I give hope. I give everything possible to uplift yourself. Just you turn yourself to God, everything will be provided to you. Mother says, if you call once, Mother, if you come to me, just uttering the name Mother is enough. Everything would be taken care of by myself. Such was a tremendous force of Sri Sharda Devi. And we find she was an ideal daughter, she was an ideal sister, she was an ideal wife, and above all, an ideal mother. After the passing away of Sri Ramakrishna, Sharda Devi took upon herself the task of fulfilling his mission. The spiritual teacher in Sharda Devi was then fully manifested. Guru in her own right, she helped many spiritual aspirants, leading them to light. Sri Sharda Devi's life was an example of harmonization of selfless service with spiritual quest. The Ramakrishna order was modeled on this ideal. The well-being of all was a constant concern of the Holy Mother. Her pure, abounding love was devoid of discrimination. She not only gave spiritual instructions to the lay disciples, she was the source of tremendous inspiration to the monks who had renounced everything, and Sri Sharda Devi was always there, and she was responsible for the nourishment of the Ramakrishna order. all the monks you find nowadays dedicated to this great ideal of renunciation and service. They were all nourished by Sri Sharda Devi. And another important point in mother's life is that she has exemplified woman's role in the life. Her immaculate qualities. Every woman has that. And she has come to show how great the life of a woman. Only she should live properly according to her own innate nature of her immaculate virtues. We have seen mother's disciples. There were rich, there were poor, people of high class and low class. All grades of people would come to her. And she was mother to everyone. She rejected none. She accepted everyone. And now she is worshipped as the blissful mother, the blessed mother of all. She is worshipped as a symbol of moral and spiritual perfection, and as the divine consort of Sri Ramakrishna. If you worship Holy Mother, you are worshipping Sri Ramakrishna directly. If you are worshipping Sri Ramakrishna, you are worshipping Holy Mother directly. There is absolutely no difference between Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother. They are two in one. There should not be any conflict in this point. Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother represent the same ideal. They came to show us real spiritual life, how to live practical Vedanta. They came to show, and we find how Holy Mother was a source of inspiration and hope to everyone. There are many incidents and events throwing light on various aspects of her character and lifestyle. They have revealed Holy Mother as an extraordinarily unique and rare personality. By studying her life and by studying her teachings, we feel her celestial presence and move along with her versatile character, which, though elusive to our mortal minds, lives behind in our heart a waft of the warmth and fragrance of divine love. Sri Sharda Devi sometimes emerges as an innocent maiden, sometimes assumes the universal motherhood. We discover Holy Mother as a spiritual teacher, only to see her again as a domestic woman performing daily household chores. What remains constant is an all-pervading love for mankind. How she was full of kindness. There was a devotee, his name was Akshay Kumar Sen. He has written Sri Ramakrishna Punthi, and he had tremendous love and devotion towards Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother. When he left Calcutta, he settled down in a village nearby Jarambati, not far away from Jarambati, a few miles away. Though he wanted to visit Holy Mother, he could not do because of his poor health. But many times he would send some things, vegetables and articles, to Holy Mother. And sometimes she would send them through some messengers. One day he has sent some vegetables and things through a messenger, a woman laborer. He had left instructions that all these things should be given to Holy Mother to be offered to Thakur. It was the scorching heat of the noon when that woman came to Holy Mother, and when Holy Mother saw that lady, her kind heart opened up immediately. She told her to take bath, to take food,
and to take some rest. Afterwards, she would talk to her. She was very particular that that lady should have all this properly. And with utmost love and attention, she looked upon that woman laborer who had brought the things from the devotee. The environmental surrounding of the village was not conducive to such hospitality to be shown to the low caste persons. That was the condition at that time. People were always having orthodoxy, so they were all bound by certain rules and conditions. It was not very easy to accept each and every one. Particularly in villages, they are very fastidious about these things. But Holy Mother rose above all these things. Though she was born of a Brahmin family, yet she loved everyone. Caste was no bar to come to her. On top of that, Holy Mother asked that lady to stay there overnight, not to go back to the village the same day. Mother wanted her to take rest, and so Holy Mother herself made a bed for her just in front of her room, and Mother saw her condition. That lady was utterly poor. She was aged also, and she was feeling terribly exhausted after walking a few miles. So she needed a good rest, and when these things were offered by Holy Mother, she became ecstatic, and she could not believe that she would be loved so much by Sharda Devi, whom she did not know at all. But still, at the first meeting itself, the contact established in such a way that they felt as if they were known to each other for a long time. See, that is the beauty of coming in contact with great spiritual persons. One love, one glance, one word is enough to bring close. In fact, in my own life, I had that unique experience of coming in contact with my Guru, Swami Yatishwarananda ji, in Bangalore. I had come there to Bangalore for continuing my graduation. Probably it's God's will, I got my room nearby ashrama, about 10 minutes walking distance. And I did not know anything about Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda literature. But somehow, while walking on the way, I saw there was a board, Ramakrishna Ashram, a big compound full of trees. And then a thought came to, why not I go inside and see what it is? All alone. There was nobody by my side. I went inside. I was seeing the trees. I was feeling joyful. And then by the time I finished everything, it was about 11 o'clock. And I was about to return back to my room. Before that, I went to the office complex there in the ashram. I was just walking there. A brahmachari came out of the office, and he was a brahmachari at that time. Now he is the head of the San Francisco Center, Swami Prabodhanji. He was a brahmachari at that time. He had that wonderful nature of greeting. Oh, how are you? What's your name? Is it your first time you're coming? Good, you're welcome, etc., etc. Then after everything is done, I said, I have seen everything, now I am going back. Then he said, how is it you are going without seeing the Swami? You should see the Swami and then go. Where is the Swami? Then he said, any moment he may come. This is the time for the Swami to come out. He is talking like that, the Swami came out, Swami Yatishwarananda. And Prabodhanji introduced me to him. And Swamiji greeted me with a smile, beautiful smile. That smile was full of love and grace. That I felt. That was I was feeling very much. One look, one smile, one word, enough. It captured. On the same day, he told me, you must join the Ramakrishna mission. I did not know what he meant by joining the mission. Anyway, it was done. Then he said, of course now, because I was a student, he told me to go and study well, but he made a point to come to ashram every day, attend the prayers, and he would take classes for the college boys. And he asked me to come to that class also. Anyway, he sowed the seed that I should take up this monastic life. How that one interview, one meeting, the first meeting itself captured me so much. I never felt that kind of love. Even in the home, probably the parental love is only a spark of that divine love. That is the way how the great spiritual persons transform the life of the people who come to them. And this poor lady was made to take rest. Holy Mother herself went and prepared the bed. She did not tell people to do that, though she could have told. She herself did. See that the action, every action has got that touch of love. And she told her, please go and take rest, sleep well. And then because she was so exhausted, she got a good sleep, no doubt. But while sleeping at night, she had a bout of malarial fever. And in a semi-conscious state, she soiled the bed. Anyway, Holy Mother would wake up very early. She noticed this first thing in the morning, and immediately she took steps to clean the place, because she knew if the other people come to know of it later on, how they would make a big fuss about it. So she woke her up gently and she talked with her very affectionately, and she gave her puffed rice and molasses for the journey and put her on the road early, because if she travels later on, it will be very hot. So she wanted that lady should go before the temperature heats up. So all this thing done, before anyone woke up, Holy Mother cleansed the place herself. She then swept and cleaned the area thoroughly. Nobody knew what all had happened. The housemaid used to come every day for doing some work in the Holy Mother cottage. And when she came, she was happy to see that a part of her work was already done. There was an elderly lady devotee. At that time, she was staying with Holy Mother. She came to know about the whole event through her discreet inquiries. She was overwhelmed at Holy Mother's remarkable treatment of that lady, her spontaneous love and kindness towards her. It's a small incident, no doubt, but one that throws considerable light on one facet of Holy Mother's character. How do we really, having all education and all facilities in this modern age, how we would treat people of low caste, uneducated, that we have to examine ourselves. The infrastructure of our society was interwoven with rigorous laws and restrictions governing every step of one's daily life, especially that of a woman. In India, I am speaking about. Living in that background, what attitude do you expect from a Brahmin widow who lived in seclusion, abiding by the rules of the society till her death? But we see that Holy Mother transcended the society, stretched out a loving heart to this unlettered, helpless outcast, and placed her high up in the pedestal of human dignity by cleaning her mess. This action is a glowing example of reaching God through service. Service that was so self-effacing that even the one who was served did not feel embarrassed. There are many incidents in Holy Mother's life, but you have to study it attentively. Then you will know how Mother's love was pouring like torrents. There was a child widow who lived near Jairambati. She used to carry luggage of the devotees who would come to Holy Mother's home. Holy Mother was very fond of her, and the lady grew, and reaching womanhood, she fell a prey to the evil designs of a man, and as a consequence, she became pregnant. The people, the villagers, who had not bothered about her helpless condition so far, now they all rose in arms against her fall, and decided to punish her according to village rules. So, Holy Mother was very much pained by this, and she prayed for mercy. Ultimately, the fallen woman was saved by the intervention of a zamindar who was a devotee of Holy Mother. And when Holy Mother came to know, she was immensely pleased and blessed that person. She said to him, "My son, I am extremely glad that you have saved a helpless woman. God bless you." By this incident, we get a glimpse of the broadness of her heart, which could even accept a social outcast. One who was driven out by the society was not left in the lurk by Holy Mother. She silently prayed for her so that good sense might guide the woman to lead a better life. That's the way. Who is there who is free from faults? Who is there who does not commit mistakes? But one should have forgiveness. The quality of forgiveness is very important. It's a spiritual quality, and always one must be given an opportunity to improve his character, to improve his life. One should not be condemned for any reason. So, that was how Holy Mother was looking upon each individual. Whatever sins he might have committed, she would not mind them. She would accept the people, and she would try to help them, to raise them from where they are. She did this not with the sword and balance of justice as preferred by the caretakers of the society, but with a maternal heart like a great river with abundance of water, the water of grace. There is another incident which is also very relevant. Swami Vivekananda, one of the monks of the Ramakrishna order, he was working very hard in Kualpara Ashrama. That is also about a few miles away from Jairambati. He was not keeping well, and for some reason he was not happy there. So he came to Holy Mother at Jairambati, and he expressed his desire that he would love to go to Benares and spend his life there. Holy Mother looked at him and treated him very affectionately and persuaded him to come and stay with her for some time. She was so much concerned about his welfare, and she said to him, "Look, with this bad health, what do you do in Benares? Recoup your health here. Stay here." And because of her love and attention, he got over the sickness and he became very well. He got transformation in his mental attitude. All stress and strain totally released. He became joyful, and all his thoughts of going to Benares, leaving the ashrama, they were all gone. Now he decided to go back to ashram and carry on heavy responsibilities. And that was possible on account of Holy Mother's deep concern and her loving treatment of the Swami. This incident reveals Holy Mother as an astute and able administrator. Her weapon in bringing about a change of heart in a disgruntled worker was not the conventional harsh words of discipline, but sympathy and ability to reach out to the heart, to find the wound and apply the healing touch. Whether one be a child, a youth, or an old man tottering to his grave, one understands one universal language, that is the language of love. Holy Mother was pure, beautiful, and an embodiment of truth, so she could calm the worst of all storms. She was a woman of few needs. Her life was hard, simple, and ascetic. Simple living and high thinking was her way of life. That is how all the spiritual masters live. She would never accept or adopt anything which would smack of the slightest extravagance. Holy Mother had accepted the traditional renunciation as taught by religion as a way of life, not for her own benefit but for the universal good. That's why she could advise people who want to donate money. She wanted them to give money to donate the money for the benefit of others. Udbodhan in Calcutta, that is Mother's place, whenever she would come to Calcutta, she would live there. Her method of work reflected the purity of her person. Everything was well organized. Even the broom was neatly arranged. Holy Mother thus set an example of hard work through her everyday life and inspired others to shun idleness. When Sister Nivedita came to India, she was refused admission to the Dakshineshwar Kali temple because she was a foreign lady. And Swami Vivekananda was concerned about how she would be treated by Holy Mother. But when Swami Vivekananda took her to Holy Mother, she accepted this foreign lady wholeheartedly and showered love on her. That was the purity and strength of Holy Mother, because the society was giving them for their upkeep. She stressed the importance of keeping good health for adoration of God. Swami Vivekananda's ideal, Atmano Mokshartam Jagadhitayacha, for the realization of the self and service of humanity. This ideal was totally endorsed, was fully accepted by Holy Mother. And Holy Mother said, this is the age when people should engage themselves in service, because through service you get purified. On the purification of the mind, you get the realization of God. So they're all connected that way. Without purification of the mind, nothing would happen. Holy Mother led everyone, men and women, to consider even their smallest duty as the service of God. That's very important. Whatever you do, have the orientation with God. This atmosphere could only be created. Holy Mother's personality. Swami Vivekananda sought advice and permission before taking any decision, not only because Holy Mother was the consort of his Guru, but because she was the Divine Mother. And as a spiritual teacher, she has given number of instructions to spiritual aspirants, how they should conduct themselves, how they should practice themselves. Her illuminating final message just before she left her mortal frame was very significant. She said, do you really aspire for the peace of mind? Then do not find fault with anyone. Rather see your own faults. Though this teaching has been said by other teachers also, the way how Holy Mother put it, just before she left her body, That is very significant. And that is the greatest practice. You don't have to do any yoga. Just practice this. Don't find fault with anyone. Then you will reach God. How in a very simple way, she gave the prescription. Anybody could practice spirituality. Only what is needed is to act in a right way. Holy Mother is the incarnation of the teachings of the Gita. She could glorify her dying moments by saying that she had blessings for those who came, those who had to come, and those who are yet to come. She always had good wishes for everyone. And many times she has revealed her divine nature. Sri Ramakrishna himself has referred to Holy Mother as Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Saraswati, Goddess of prosperity and knowledge. If you have the grace of the Mother, you will have the spiritual illumination without any problem. If you see the women folk of the present society, particularly with reference to India, Indian women, they are neither traditional nor modern. Herein comes the importance, remembering Holy Mother, the symbol of ideal womanhood. Her life and teachings should be emulated to achieve progress in life, because she is one of those rare Indian women who have accepted the Indian society with its tradition and culture and worked from within to be modern in their thinking and their practice. She is ideal to be accepted by housewives, working women, educated women, women from all spheres of life, to make their life meaningful. Let us not show our devotion to Holy Mother only through words, but let us attempt to pay her our respects through actions. Let us try to understand that our heart is not a piece of insentient anatomy, but a palpable mind full of experience. Instead of turning a blind eye to the seamy, unsavory side of society, let us cleanse ourselves so that we could enjoy the ecstasy of living. Let us not engage our time, experience and talent only for our day-to-day existence. Let us find the rhythm of life through Holy Mother and try to tune ourselves to the divine music. Learn to treat everyone as your own. No one is alien to you. No one is alien. The whole world is yours. That is how Sharda Devi embraced the whole universe. And here you find how she has harmonized all religions, all spiritual practices. What is needed is love and love alone. If you are able to love, then you should be able to see God. There are many teachings of Holy Mother. In one place she says, one gets the vision of God only through His grace. But one must practice meditation and japa. These are very important because they remove the impurities of the mind. One must practice spiritual disciplines as worship and so forth. Then Mother gives an example of a flower. Suppose you handle a flower, you get the fragrance of the flower. By rubbing the sandalwood against a stone, you get the smell of sandal. Even so, by constantly thinking of God, you get spiritual awakening. You have to set the mind in that direction. Then only you will get. And she gives another example. There is the moon in the sky. It is covered with clouds. Wind will blow away the clouds, and then only can you see the moon. Do the clouds scatter away all of a sudden? So, the karmas get exhausted slowly. Each one has got tremendous karma, and everyone has to purify it. When God is realized, He illumines the soul internally. And then Mother says, can one achieve anything without effort? Should you not do something? You must devote some time for prayer, even in the midst of the busiest hours of the day. Then Holy Mother says, I used to be very busy during my days at Dakshineshwar, yet I did my prayer and meditation. So what she says, she herself was following it. So there is a power in what she says. Everything, no doubt, happens by God's will. That's true. Yet man must work, because God expresses His will through man's action. Do not relax your spiritual practices. Do not relax. That's the word. So, if you study Holy Mother life, one thing you should note, that is, you must be very smart and you must be very particular in doing japa and meditation every day, and then you must engage yourself in selfless service. And Holy Mother has given a yoga, that is the yoga of not finding fault in anybody. If you practice that, you must see God in this very life itself, and you will feel tremendous peace and you will feel tremendous joy in this life. So, the advent of Holy Mother has given an awakening to all the woman force, and we should understand it properly and try to practice what Mother has said. We will be celebrating her worship on 31st of December, Friday evening at 7 o'clock. All of you are welcome to participate in that program. On these special occasions, there will be always some special power and special grace would be available for people, those who could come and participate in the worship. With these words, I conclude my talk. Thank you very much. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavagai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. May the Divine Lord protect us. May He nourish us. May our knowledge be illuminating and fruitful. May we not hate each other. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.